We're starting our first kind of major unit of physics here, and the question we want to answer is, why do things move? And in order to do that, we're going to end up talking about Newton's first law and inertia. So jumping on into that, the most basic assumption that we're going to make in physics is that all events or changes have a cause. So nothing happens just for no reason. This is what we assume in physics. So all events or changes have a cause. And so Newton's first law is this written for motion. So if we're talking about motion, all things, all changes in motion, or all causes of motion, all changes in motion have to have some cause. So Newton's first law of motion says that an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted on by a non-zero net force. And that's a fancy way of just saying unless they're pushed or pulled. And we'll talk more about forces in the next video. But an object will stay at rest unless it gets pushed or pulled. Likewise, an object in motion will remain in motion with a constant velocity unless acted on by a non-zero net force. And so in other words, objects keep doing what they're doing. Unless they're pushed or pulled. And there's a little more finesse and nuance to it than that, but overall, unless something's pushed or pulled, it's going to keep doing what it's already been doing. And so inertia is from this observation that larger objects are typically harder to affect. So it's harder to get something that's really big moving. It's harder to stop it as well. And so this resistance to changes in motion is called inertia. And the more the more mass something has, the more inertia it has. But inertia is not the same thing as mass. So they're not the same thing, but they're very closely related, and we can use them largely interchangeably because if something has more mass, it has more inertia, but they are slightly different ideas.